This is the first weekend of monthly finals. We watched East Asia yesterday with a couple of upsets. We did not have FUT Esports go all the way into the grand finals. Do they just look overall better today? Why is it exactly that they're here today, Trevor?
I mean, to be fair, I think you're going to credit it to CMM doing them a bit of a favour getting rid of SK Gaming to start with. But I think they've been looking incredible regardless. And, you know, I love to see this team do well because Hmbl is such a nice guy. Guesty obviously coming in as a good friend of his, a draft and knob. He's had his ups and downs over the years. And I think they've just put the work in. Genuinely, I really think they have just put the work in and they deserve to be here.
Yeah, as I mentioned previously, my question was really just, can Guesty do what he did in scrims, also on a big stage like the monthly finals? They had the best scrim rates, but now I was a bit worried that his rookie nerfs would show Arc.
Yeah, I mean, it's always that reservation that you just have to consider, isn't it? You know, it's one thing to talk up someone for 2 years prior to their debut. It's another thing seeing on the day whether the expectation we lived up to. But my goodness me, regardless as to what happens in this grand finals now for esports, Guesty will be able to sleep well tonight, no doubt about it, but not nearly as well as a win would serve for esports here. And you know, leveling things up now is a really, really promising sign because you want to chip away at Hmbl, you want to make them doubt themselves, and we definitely saw that by the end of the last set.
Absolutely. Well, Spike going to be the first pick here for FUT Esports. I think that's a very solid one on this map. It's worked for them already. And it's just so versatile. Like, you can do really whatever. You're going to be decent into every matchup. You're going to be pretty competent. You can even gem carry with him. We've seen him do that a few times over this weekend. So Ruff's going to come in on the opposing side for Hmbl. Good to be able to provide those power-ups. You'll be looking towards like the Gus's or something like that for the gem carrier, but there's still, you know, so many aggressive tanks and stuff that you can put on the map.
Yeah, good shout. Gus would be my mid-brawler of choice here, the gem carrier that we've seen very often today already. And as you mentioned, also aggressive brawlers. I see Ellie is left open. We've seen some great performances from her all day already. Otherwise, Kenji, Kaze also both left open. Quite the aggressive pick here, and not what Hmbl will go for here. They're going to go with Pam. That's definitely going to be that gem carrier. Super tanky and something that Semantic loves. So actually, not a huge surprise for me.
Quite like it. We saw Pam get some good results, but the big weakness with Pam is when you start to break things open. Now, FUT Esports don't have that just yet. The question is, do they want to really try to either get for a thrower to have to access those healing stations? Because they need to be depleted quickly. That's the must now situation that FUT Esports have to consider. Mina coming out again. Didn't work for Hmbl in the last set for the first time today, and now FUT Esports are going to be taking it and showing them how it's done.
Yeah, I must say the Mina, as you've said, that was the first loss we've seen it take all day, and it wasn't, I'm not going to say anything bad about Semantic, but it wasn't played as well as Angelboy's been playing it.
Sounds like you're saying something bad about Semantic.
I would never. Semantic is he's a great player, world champion, runner-up in the world finals. Love that guy. But Angelboy's been playing it better. But Angelboy has been playing that better today, and I don't think anybody can doubt that either. Penny going to come in then. It's an occasional pick. We see it come in here and there. Obviously going to be able to splash through sandbags if he runs them, splash through the turret if she runs it. So I think that's a pretty solid shout.
Penny probably as the mid pick here, and the only reason why you would prefer Penny over a Gus, in my opinion, is that she's a bit better against any tanks, and that's exactly what Hmbl are going to go with here with Shade. He's going to go super aggressive, so I think FUT Esports read that well. The Penny with the salty barrel is just going to have a bit more damage against this tanky brawler than a Gus would have.
Yeah, for me, the Shade's quite smart. It's going to have to be one of those things that FUT Esports might have to rethink in terms of the Penny turret placements. Obviously, Shade can get through those walls with those long arms, so now that turret going to be a little bit more susceptible to being taken care of and should be able to keep that Pam turret alive longer. As that was the kind of thought process there from FUT, just kind of have the Penny. That will then lock on to the Pam healing station and take it out of play. We'll have to think about it from that point on. S4 coming in from Boss already, and Angelboy right in the middle of everything, but dances around every shot. A windmill gadget will keep him alive in a very aggressive spot. Gets in the right, takes care of business. Boss goes down, Luki in the mid, and Guesty now in a position to heal back up.
Yeah, super nice kill from Guesty there. Knew he could just run him down, and Penny turret already available as well. Again, some peppering shots on Luki, and he did bring down Guesty. So nice stuff here as we see a gadget being used by Luki with a Penny turret. Just keeping him low. Curveball finished the job. And it's 4-1 in gems. It's looking really good for FUT Esports, and Boss on a completely open side.
Angelboy now really unfazed by the air supports from Boss, but some will pepper the Penny mortar. Good shots again from Guesty. Oh, Angel Boy is now cycling 2, and Semantic is in a world of hurt. Pinch between all 3 members of Foot. Stays alive, but he's going to have to wait to heal to come back into the map.
Yeah, they're absolutely flying right now. That's 9 gems, and a hyper drop is there to try and stop them from starting this count. Angel Boy can remain aggressive, and the gem is on their side. Nob under a bit of pressure now as Semantic trying to go forwards, but the second explosion of the hypercharge will get that done. Tries to drag him in with the Mina super, but Boss just about out of range. Shots coming through now, and Luki pressuring, needs to get a super, trying to get in, but he's just so low, he can't get anywhere, and the Ruffs is too far. Foot Esports doing a really good job of just dominating that all the way through.
Foot Esports are starting to really up the gas and up the gears. Hmbl starting to flounder, and this is a great draft. I really like this draft. And the more that time goes on, if Hmbl can't start to bring something of their own back, they will start to feel a bit deflated. Now, Angel Boy, that left-hand side is continuing the aggression, knocked out of the windmill and straight into Semantic, and gets some splash between himself and Luki, finished off now by Guesty. It's Foot Esports at their very best right now.
Yeah, Angel Boy missing a few shots here on Boss, but you can't fault him after what he's just done to the other 2 members. Gadget was there from the shade, trying to get a super, and he made a connection. A good one at that too. But Boss breaking up, and I don't feel like that's what he wants to do. I feel like they need the map shut off so he can bounce around walls and Shade can go through them. Penny turret is there, but the Pam turret should be on the other side momentarily, and they're starting to get back into it. Oh.
Well, at the moment, Guesty low, but able just to get away in time. That was quite close, because those gems, if taken back over, would have been quite perilous. Not gonna get that super just to keep that Pam healing station whistling down. And the mortar available for Guesty. Got to be, again, careful the placement. Chooses to go on the aggressive and lands it bang on Luki's head. And the follow-up shots were there to seal his demise.
Otherwise, like, careful of the placement, he just absolutely explodes from the opposition.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to play it defensively as well, but that does not seem to be the route that Foot Esports are wanting to take. Semantic in the back lines. Guesty getting hit hard, might go down here, having to run to the back of his teammates, which means he might be pinched in, but the other members of Hmbl are nowhere to be seen. Still, the clock runs down, and beautiful from Foot Esports yet again.
Yeah, that's a very big smile from the gentlest giant in all of the BSC. Guesty as well in his debut, looking confident. Nob, as always, with a nervous laugh, I feel, because yeah, they all know that they could be on to something very good indeed this year. So close now. They really are, but the job, again, still yet not done.
Absolutely need this next set. Don't want to be going to a 5th and final against Hmbl because they thrive pretty well under pressure. And I feel like the absolute pressure is still yet to be tested for this Foot Esports team. They're doing incredible and not really taking it too far down the line. There's that aggressive turret we were talking about and actually helped out so much. They got them a gem, got them the damage. And overall, Foot just absolutely flying at the moment. We've seen Hmbl come second in so many monthly finals. They get the distance and then fall short, and it's seemingly what's happening again.
And it doesn't really seem like that Penny last pick worked out great for Foot Esports. They're not done yet. I'm already happy because we're not sitting on a 3-0. Those 2 teams seem to be very evenly...
Hmbl seem to be sitting on a 3-0. Look at those stats.
You're actually right.
Yeah.
And Penny did work out great. As I said, it was probably the option over the Gus because it's so good against Shade. Luki could not do anything. It's not only 0 kills, it's also 25 DPS. It's basically
like
0.
I was saying, like, he genuinely didn't really do much at all. I think he pretty much only got his super off standing near people, and when he was standing near people, he was getting battered.
Yeah.
So it's a big issue, it really is. Obviously an issue in the draft that they hadn't accounted for. I think Penny worked absolutely incredibly, bear in mind. And now just one more needed for Foot, and this could well be his first appearance and first monthly final for Guesty.
Well, as well, with Angel Boy, he hasn't won a monthly final since 2023. I mean, you know, when you consider that, I always forget that because Angel Boy is always that person who's just like going to be at the World Finals. LCQ normally is the path towards it. But, you know, you got to remember that in terms of the wins that we've had in this region for monthly finals, they have not been going his way over the years. And this now has been such a long time coming for everyone on this squad, really, when you think about it. I mean, I think maybe not got a second place with maybe A&R, you know, last year or the year prior to that. But this means so much for Esports to be able to get this win if they can against, you know, former world champs, former runner-ups as well from last year. it'd be a massive way to start the year for Foot if they can do this.
And I think Hmbl is also that awaited prodigy when he came into the scene and then was just kind of handed from team to team. And now I feel he finally has found his duo in Guesty. They've been playing Metarinos for 2 years on already, so the communication definitely sits there. Nob fits quite into that roster as well. And we finally see our Poco. We were waiting for it. Is gonna Frank follow up now? Maybe a Rosa once more. We saw her from Big previously. But yeah, Poco definitely a sign for Hmbl trying to go with something aggressive. Kenji, of course, could come in here as well. Just anything with a lot of DPS and movement speed.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame them, really. You can't blame them for bringing the Poco in. It's been quite a scarce sight. Not sure if it's been banned or they're kind of just a little bit unwilling to use it. But it's very, very good, and especially when you pair it with the Frank, which has somehow been left all the way to the last pick. And Hmbl have managed to pick that very solid comp up. Rico, very good. Poco and Frank, a very good combination. Not that FUT Esports don't have a good comp so far, because they really do. But this is looking like a Hmbl win.
I will reserve judgment on
Run
that.
it down.
I mean, it's definitely a bit of a no-brainer comp, no doubt about it. But I mean, you've got to go with the hardest of counters. And you know, for FUT Esports, I think that's the best spot that they could pick under the circumstances. Hmbl are playing definitely a risky game at this stage, although it's a bit of a no-brainer comp. Now, maybe it's not nearly that clear cut.
Shelly's last pick, a direct answer to the Frank. Yet still, I feel like Hmbl is the better comp for me, honestly. With that Poco Frank comp, we've been talking about it all day, and one of the two has always been banned out for good reason. Sneaky fields, an especially bushy map, and potentially our last one if FUT Esports takes it here. Let's see who's going to come out on top on Brawl Ball Trap.
Well, shield already there early on from Hmbl, just trying to keep Luki back, and he's running him down now, but gets the heal off. Guess he just runs straight into Semantic and bodies him. Boss trying to make a move through the middle, but pinched in as Nob gets the kill. This might be an open opportunity. Can he get it past?
Oh!
Just off the line from Semantic. I thought that was over.
I think this might still be over. Look at that! Oh! What a thread of the needle from Hmbl. And already, FUT Esports wasting no time in this match to get one on the board.
Yeah, I mean, Guesty just following the Frank. And to be fair, he's done a good job there against the two of them, but he's just dashed in, decimated him, and the follow-ups with the hypercharge too. This might be a goal here. Frank should be respawned in a second, but the map's fully open. The hypercharge can't get him there. It's match point already for FUT.
Thoughts on the Hmbl draft? Trav, you said it was going to be just a no.
It should have been. It should.
No doubt a win.
Listen, it's a good comp.
I'm listening.
Ark, it's a good comp.
Yeah.
All right, it's good.
Is it really?
I feel like Ark. I feel like you're taking it away. I feel like you're taking the pure mechanics.
That was one of the most convincing wins of the day.
This guy, honestly, someone get him fired.
Well, Hmbl straight off the mark and trying to respond with something. Now they've got the biggest problem down, and Semantic now, without the knockback, I was going to say, could be able to walk it in. Boss should be able to get this in, but no, Guesty's still there. It took a three-man attempt to get that ball in.
Yeah, I mean, it was 176 as well there.
Crazy.
Almost had that done. Hmbl having to dash away from that super of Semantic, who's breaking up some of this map. Not sure if that really favors them or not, to be honest. He's just chasing down into this Frank here, and Guesty walking up, trying to get the job done. Band-Aid going to be used, and they're thinking he's backing off, but he's coming straight in. He does die now. And Hmbl has the hypercharge ready to roll.
Well, there is the hypercharge. Semantic falls straight into the arms of peril and taken swiftly care of by Boss, by Hmbl and Nob. Now the air support, not too much of an issue for Hmbl. The hypercharge here for Boss has got to be timed to perfection.
There's the hypercharge from Semantic. He's getting pushed around, though, by Hmbl, who's going to survive it. He does get stunned out, so they can't really aggress in the situation, but Boss, trying to protect the ball, gets a really nice hypercharge shield from Luki there with the heal. And they're just going to pocket this ball.
Yeah, that was clutch timing from Luki. No doubt about it, but Guesty has the hypercharge, lurking and dangerous. Semantic is low, down to 1,408 HP, and Hmbl finds the killing blow. Can Guesty find an angle or just smash this ball straight forwards with Super, reserving that utility? FUT Esports are on match point and one goal away from a massive win.
Yeah, really, really smart saving those. And now in he comes. Hypercharge was just got as he goes up. Guesty has the hypercharge of his own, but one was used on Rico here, dashing up. He might be leaving Nob in a bit of a tough situation, but he gets another super off backwards. And back to square one as it's a 2v2 in mid.
I'm sure Hmbl now have got to be feeling this pressure. Semantic to the right-hand side, trying to make an open path, but it's Angel Boy now on the ball. Hypercharge as well in his hands, and gets now healing up. And Angel Boy is go, go, go. Guesty dashing forwards the ball from Hmbl, push to the right, and now a push down for the goal as well as Lukey tries to pull his teammates, trying to receive the ball, gets the heal off as well, the hypercharge, but the shot's intercepted off the line.
Guess he's going to have a real tough time surviving here, and the Screeching Soul doesn't quite kill Angel Boy. They need to get back into it, but I think this is surely going to be a walk. Not got it yet, but eventually the ball goes in the goal, and Lukey is the man to put it there. Bringing this back, 1 game away from set 5, but 1 game from victory for FUT.
It's so close for Hmbl to hold on, for FUT Esports to get a win in the first month of the 2026 season. It'll be Nob's first monthly final win if they can. It'll be Guesty's first monthly final win in his first ever match in the BSC, which would be absolutely nuts. And for Angel Boy, a win since 2023. FUT Esports are hungry for this, but Hmbl have got so much to fight for.
Angel Boy just trying to go down the side, and he's going to land straight on all of those gadgets coming down from Nob. Now pushing forwards, Guesty pinching around the right-hand side as Angel Boy. They're going to get so much damage in here, it's just going to be the Frank left, and he's got a super to be able to get these walls down. The pass to the left, and a lovely goal from Guesty. Well worked by FUT, and now just 1 away from the win.
A great pass right behind Semantic's back. And now Hmbl need to dig deep. Semantic straight into the hands of the Wimble, and Angel Boy dashes away from it quite cleanly now. Can Guesty find the utility in time? The ball off the line, into the corner. FUT Esports are pushing for it. Oh, an attempt to defend, and Semantic intercepts, but Hmbl are hanging by a thread.
Still holding on, and he should be able to get Guesty down here, but he gets bounced back towards him, and that's going to be traded. Unfortunate for Semantic in that situation. Power-up still lingering on the left-hand side. Angel Boy drops one of the windmills to try fend off Lukey and Boss until his teammates come back in. He needs the Shelly there to be able to help with this Frank.
Nice gadget there from Lukey onto Boss. The hypercharge doesn't do too much on the side of Hmbl. Semantic now coming from this right-hand side. Could be getting a pinch, will get some wall and some push for his troubles, but it is Hmbl that are still behind the ball, not moving from that corner until they can take care of FUT.
Well, Lukey providing some heals to Semantic with the gadget now, but he's caught in the middle of this meteor shower that Nob is raining down. He gets hit by one, and that bounces him back. 39 seconds, and it looks like FUT are going ball in the corner. The hypercharge power-up has been placed next to it as well, which Angel Boy will want to get a hold of. And Guesty just holding it down on the right-hand side, gets the shots in, should be able to get 1, and does just that.
30 seconds now, 25 on the clock. It is go time here for Hmbl. They do need to get this ball and get something on the board, or it'll be FUT Esports, and they're not able to do so. Semantic will fall, and FUT Esports holding strong. It's just Boss. I don't think there's even enough time. Hmbl have given up. They have conceded. It is going to be FUT Esports that win the EMEA monthly finals for February in what was a spectacular fashion. Oh my goodness me, for that boy there on his debut, and it's a monthly final win. That is ridiculous. Angel Boy's first since 2023, and for Nob, he also earns his first monthly final win. Careful, mate, don't trip over the whiteboard this time.
Talking so much about whether Guesty is going to be able to hold those nerves and play as well as he should do in the monthly finals, and he's just proved a point to absolutely everyone. In his debut season, he's managed to go and win it all. Angel Boy getting his first win for a few years as well. Absolutely incredible stuff from the FUT Esports side. Got a feel for the Hmbl guys. They put up a fight, but in the end, just wasn't enough.
It's so wonderful to see Angel Boy taking home a monthly final win, and Guesty most certainly super happy right now for his very debut in a monthly final in the BSC for the first time in his life. A 16-year-old claims victory in February already. That gives FUT a huge lead in terms of points. They truly established themselves as the #1 seed in EMEA.
It's a very scary prospect when you look at EMEA and all the competition in which we have in this region and how close it is every single year. But it really does feel like a new challenger may have just risen to the plate. And I feel like for FUT Esports, this is and has been such an incredible showing.
Yeah, I mean, Hmbl seeming to be the eternal second when it comes to monthly finals. Unable to get the wins through. But, I mean, when you're doing what they are on the world stage, I'm not sure they mind as much as other teams.
Yeah.
But what an incredible start that is for FUT Esports.
LAN is where it matters. Now, that's kind of my next question. It's like, if
Stop questioning Guesty. I know what you're going to say. If FUT Esports get to a lot of it, is Guesty going to be able to hold his nerve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty soon, I'm sure.
Berlin,
Yeah, I think so too. Esports bundle.
you need out above.
What we expect.
Seconds of cheese. My brain is gone by the end of this show. Reply Totem and CMM down there in 3rd and 4th, and then obviously the teams that were dropping out in that first round. Couple of, well,